In this chapter, I'll provide an introduction to the JavaScript console. If you're not familiar with this concept, the JavaScript console is an extension of the browser. It allows you to execute JavaScript in real time without the need to add your code to a file, save it, and then refresh the web page. The reason why I chose to include this topic is because of the tremendous power that the JavaScript console offers. As you continue to learn about front-end web development, particularly JavaScript, I think you'll find that this is an invaluable asset. I'll demonstrate how to access the JavaScript console in all of the major browsers, and then for the rest of this course, I'll use it to demonstrate most of the code examples. First, I'll cover Google Chrome, Apple Safari, and Microsoft Internet Explorer, all of which have a built-in JavaScript console. When I discuss Mozilla Firefox, I'll demonstrate installation of Firebug, a popular add-on which features a number of developer tools, including a JavaScript console. Now, while Firefox does have a built-in suite of developer tools, most front-end web developers prefer Firebug, so I'll focus on that add-on. I'll be using some of the code examples in this chapter, so let's take a quick look at where to find them. In the last chapter, we cloned the project repository that contains the code examples we need. There should be a folder on your desktop named JavaScript Survival Guide. Open that folder. Open the subfolder named Code Examples. This is where you'll find all of the code examples for this course. Using your favorite text editor, open the file named JavaScript-console. These are the code examples we'll use in this chapter. Google Chrome's JavaScript console is part of its developer tools, also known as DevTools. Chrome DevTools is a feature that makes front-end web development work much easier. We'll focus on the JavaScript console, but if you're not familiar with Chrome DevTools, I recommend that you take a deeper dive when time permits. Chrome DevTools makes a significant difference in your troubleshooting efforts when working on a web page. Open Google Chrome and then click this icon you see in the upper right-hand corner of the browser. This is sometimes referred to as the hamburger menu. Click More Tools and then click Developer Tools. By default, Chrome's JavaScript console operates in single-line mode. This means that each time you input a line of JavaScript and then press the Enter or Return key, that JavaScript is executed. Let me demonstrate this. Open up the code examples in your text editor and copy the first alert message that you see. Paste that alert message into the input area of Chrome DevTools and then press the Enter or Return key, and you'll see that code executed. Go back and copy the second alert message and paste it into the input area and then press the Enter key, and you'll see that code executed, and then follow the same steps for the third alert message. In each case, when you press the Enter or Return key, the code is executed. That's called single line mode. Now, you can operate in something called multi-line mode, and what that means is you can enter multiple lines of JavaScript before any of them are executed. Go back to your code examples and copy the first alert message. Just going to clear the console here. Okay, paste that alert message in, but don't press the Enter key yet. Hold down the Shift key and then press Enter. Now you notice my JavaScript was not executed. My cursor went down to the next line. Go back to your code examples and copy the second alert message and paste it into the input area. Hold down the Shift key and then press the Enter key, and then go back and copy the third alert message. Paste it into the input area, and now simply press the Return key. Our code now executes. In this case, it's 3 alert messages, so we're seeing one alert after the other. So that's the difference between multi-line and single-line mode. In either mode, you can use the up and down arrow keys to access previously entered code. The JavaScript console can be repositioned in Chrome DevTools. Click the 3 dots you see in the right side of DevTools. And in the submenu, you have options to reposition the JavaScript console to the right side or in a detached window. I'm going to move it to the right side, and now I'll use the same steps to move it to a detached window. And you can always return it to its default position, which is the bottom. That's a very basic introduction to the Chrome development tools. As I mentioned earlier, in the upcoming chapters, we'll explore how you can access these tools in other browsers, specifically Safari, Internet Explorer, and then Firefox. If Chrome is your favorite browser, feel free to skip those videos and jump right to Chapter 7, where I'll be walking through a quick exercise using JavaScript expressions.